what is cold testing, what is hot testing. If you, I saw this Swiss Re wording. Again, Swiss Re wording is very, very complicated. I made some simplification of those wordings. I have not copy pasted. Otherwise, it becomes difficult to understand those original wordings. It can be understood by underwriters, but it becomes difficult for others to understand those wordings. So what do we mean by cold testing? Testing of machinery by mechanical or hydro. Hydro means you are filling it with water and then you are testing the machinery. All tanks, etc., they are tested, hydro tested. They are filled with water, with pressure, and then they are tested for any leakage like pipeline, etc. They are also hydro tested. Under dry conditions, without firing of furnace. See, that means no firing is done. Firing means you are not supplying any heat. You are not putting it on fire. Boiler is not fired. Without firing of furnace, etc. is not used. If you are using furnace, etc., then it is not a cold testing. Then it will be a hot testing. Or application of direct or indirect heat. No heat is to be provided. Only cold testing, no heat. No use of feedstock. If it is a petrochemical refinery or a chemical plant, no feedstock is to be inserted in the chemical reactor and all that. Or other material for processing. The plant is not put into operation. Then only it is cold testing. Now for electrical examples, in case of electrical motors, electrical generators, transformers, converters or rectifiers. Testing without connecting to grid. You can test these equipments, but no connection to the grid or to other load circuits. It should not be connected. Then only it is cold testing. So electric generator is there. You can run it. Free run. Okay. Dry run you can do. Electric motors, you can run it and test it. That is cold testing. But if you give the load, then it is not cold testing. See, now hot testing, just the difference is that only. You can use in operational condition, it is to be tested, including use of feedstock, other material. That means you can apply heat, you can use feedstock, you can use firing of furnace, all these things, application of direct or indirect heat, everything. Okay, for processing or other media to simulate working conditions. Now you are simulating the actual working condition and testing. Now it is hot testing. Now electrical, in case of electrical machines, now we say we do testing after connecting with grid. Here it was without connecting. Here it is. The only difference is in case of electrical items, here testing is done after connecting to the grid or other load circuit. This is hot testing. Difference is quite simple, marginal difference. Okay, here heat, etc. is not to be given. Here it can be given. Now under, this is again Swiss Re. Source is Swiss Re. Wordings have been taken from Swiss Re, but wordings have been slightly modified to give better meaning. But basic understanding remains the same. It is reworded, slightly reworded by me. Definition of commissioning. What it says, that means operation of insured plant and machinery with feedstock and other material for processing. In case of electrical motor, transformer, converter and all that, connected with the grid or load circuit under production condition to attempt to attain specification requirement. Say for example, the plant was the rated capacity of the plant was 110 metric tons per hour. So you try to achieve that capacity. Okay, then if you achieve that rated capacity, that means plant is commissioned, tested and commissioned. Cold testing, hot testing is done. First of all, cold testing is done during your construction stage, your erection stage, before the hot testing starts. Then hot testing is done at the same time. You put the machine on load, connect with grid, and then if you are successful in running your generator and all that, that means your hot testing is over and plant is commissioned. So hot testing and commissioning operations are covered under EAR policy only if the duration mentioned in the schedule. Please understand, this is very, very important. Your policy period should be sufficient enough. Your policy period should not happen that your testing period is continuing, but your basic policy period has expired. Then your testing will also not be covered. So first you extend the policy. So what this condition says, Hot testing and commissioning operations, they are covered under here only if the duration is mentioned. Your duration has also to be mentioned in the policy. For what period you want hot testing to be done. Okay. Say 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, maximum 6 months. I told you it cannot go above 6 months. Now, other than thermal power plant, your testing definition is different totally. For thermal power plant, it is definite. 72 hours clause will come into that. Now, the testing shall commence when testing will commence immediately after the first test operation is carried out. And it continues till successful completion of trial run is done. Simple. It commences from the first test trial when it is carried out, and it will continue till successful completion of testing is done. The testing period shall cease as on date of commencement of commercial operation. That means the moment you start, you declare commercial production, that means your testing period is supposed to be over and the plant is supposed to be commissioned. Okay, the policy ends. Now in big projects, I have seen number of complications due to this because your policy ceases. The client has declared commercial in one of the client at Gujarat, I will not name it, but there this problem came. What was the problem? They declared because of political pressure, even the plant did not achieve the rated capacity. They declared commercial production because of political pressure. Sometimes it happens. Okay, it's a government project, so government has to declare commercial operation of the plant. Actually, the technical staff knows, insurance company knows that plant is not ready for production because the testing is not complete because it has not achieved the rated production capacity. But unfortunately, since they have declared commercial production, your policy ceases and all your reinsurance companies, reinsurers, even if you are convinced, but your reinsurance companies, reinsurers will not be convinced. They will say, my dear sir, they have declared in newspaper and television, all that their commercial production, they have started 6 months back. How can you say this actually happened? We are asking for testing period extension and our reinsurers are telling, my dear sir, 6 months back, you see the TV news. These are the newspaper cutting where it is declared. They have declared commercial production. Where is the question of testing? And you are asking for testing period extension. It was a difficult situation for any insurance company. Okay. So what is the solution? Solution has to be arrived by mutual consent. I cannot give you a ready-made solution, but please understand these complications. In no case, duration of, this is not 12 months. Sorry. I'm sorry for that. It was written somewhere, but it is 6 months. I need correction for that. Not more than 6 months can be done as per treaty regulations. In tariff days, we used to give up to 12 months, but now we are not allowed to give more than 6 months. Now extension, in case the testing is not completed within the given time by the concerned authorities before the expiry or specified testing period, okay, then it can be extended, I told you. But before expiry of existing testing period, you should apply for extension before expiry of the current testing period to ensure continuity of the cover. Otherwise, if you apply after expiry, then there can be a gap of 3 days, 4 days. The policy will not cover that period. To ensure continuity of cover, this is very important that you go for extension prior to expiry of current testing period.